We're rolling, I guess. Okay. Let's do it. Starting with a little bit of a construction project, I guess. Giving you a look at how I'm making my garden. I think this all kind of requires a long story about who I am, how I got this house, what I'm doing with this house, and why it's kind of like a spiritual journey for me. Probably do all that, the details in another video. But in this video, it's just going to be a tour of my garden. I'll give you a sneak peek on what I'm doing, which is getting rid of all this lava rock, right? Let's see how much lava rock is that. About 12 inches, 18 inches maybe, depending on where you are. Deeper in other places. So much lava rock. I'm slowly getting rid of that lava rock, because lava rock does not keep weeds out. Getting rid of the lava rock, replacing it with native soil, and planting. The garden that you're about to see post this little spot, I've already done all that, right? Already done all this rock moving and filtering of the rocks with a trauma. Oh, hi. Honeybee. Honeybee and the oregano. Yeah, you get those oregano flowers, honeybee. Yeah, you get them, bud. Alright, yeah. So, here's my garden. August 1st. Moving these plants. These plants are usually in the shade, but this scallop squash has been really doing a number, and I need to move these plants elsewhere. I need to get them in the ground, probably. That pepper for sure. Fat pepper, maybe. These basils, probably. It's just so hot, and I've already learned a lesson. I planted some of this cilantro here. Planted that in the ground, and it all died instantly, so now I'm a little hesitant to be planting things. Let's move on. Oh, yeah. So if you can't tell, that's the same height as my second floor. The sunflower, which is not a giant sunflower, as in that it grows many heads, has multiple heads, not a single head. But it's sure gigantic for not being a giant. This was where I had my compost bins. I have since moved my compost bins to the other side of the house. Now I have a pumpkin and some nasturtiums really going at it. Alright. More sunflowers. That's great. Gotta be getting right at the right time. And yeah, I just know that thing's loaded with pollen. I've been knocking it, and pollen's been falling out like crazy, so good for those bees getting it, dude. Cosmos. Penstemons, tomatoes, salad, lettuce. Here is a experiment I'm doing. There's some other things interplanted, but this is the dollar store seed experiment, which you can follow over there in another video. More sunflowers. Here's some crimson clover. So I read that this clover was supposed to get really tall, but I didn't realize that when they said really tall, it was like, I don't know, 6 inches, 4 inches. that's the crimson clover. It really doesn't get that tall. Here we got flowers intermixed with a lot of salad greens and okra and bok choy. Brussels sprouts, lots of brassicas and lettuces. This is where I stopped with my trommels. You can see, lava rock, sand, native sand. The native sand I'm mixing with compost to get it, nutritious and good. This sun sugar tomato has been my best producer. Harvested already this morning, so you don't see anything on it, but yeah, it's good. This is a clone of it. Big problem with my garden this year is pumpkins. I did not anticipate how big pumpkins get, and they get so big. So big, so yeah, gonna have to work on that. Here's a look at Tomato Town. It's really not a very good Tomato Town this year. I think next year we're probably going to maybe grow onions here. Garlic, definitely. My spinach did really well. Maybe this will be my salad garden next year, and I'll give tomatoes a little bit of a break. Got my 9 tomatillos. They were producing like crazy, but now they're not really setting fruit, and they're starting to go into vegetative growth again. It's strange. A lot of them knocked off. I don't know. There's a purple one. Boop, 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 boop. Purple. But yeah, my tomatoes are not looking good. Unhappy. I haven't really been feeding them, so that could be my problem. Go back over here. So here we are, weeds and lots of rocks. So after I finish my little rock filtering by my house, so this is gonna be the next section. I'm gonna do from Tomato Town down all the way to the corner and start working this fence, working around the fence. Here's my rows. Here is sumac. It's devil bush, which I've killed successfully in my yard, but now I need to kill it over there successfully. Having trouble. Okay. Pumpkins, more pumpkins, huh? My pepper patch. Got a lot of red peppers I need to come out and pick. Gypsy peppers I need to come out and pick. Jalapenos I need to come out and pick. Thai chilies I need to come out and pick. Even carrots I need to come out and pick. Three little bell peppers. Those are cute. These are also pumpkins. That pumpkin, that pumpkin, that pumpkin. And hopefully they really start growing. Got a few more months before Halloween, but I want it to be done. That pumpkin's climbing up the fence. Beets have kind of stopped doing anything. Maybe it's a lack of water. Not getting enough water. Need to cut back the Swiss chard. That's for sure. Parsnips, parsnips, parsnips. Mizuna. Looking alright. My onion patch that I've harvested. Look at the onions I harvested. Zinnias. Eggplant. Obviously my yard does not look good right now, right? Weeds are overgrown. Grass needs to be mown. Some of these sunflowers need to be cut back. This lavender needs to be cared for. It's getting attacked all over. Tomatoes, on the whole, just are not doing too well. I think it's because it's mostly river rock down here. There's just not enough room for the roots to grow. So we'll be working on that. We'll be working on that. Here we got some sad squash, happy sage, sad squash, okay squash, okay squash, okay squash, okay squash, some nice herbs, some good squash, some good squash. A pepper that's finally coming into his own. I was worried about that guy. Some tomatoes that I have not been watching or caring for. This little funny area. Finally, he's in my compost pile, so this is where I moved him. I might need to move him again, unfortunately. Not really getting as wet as I thought that they would. So, we'll see. See what happens here. Alright, that'll do it. You know?